Have our registered gilts showing first. Class 1 is our registered Berkshires with Addison Walker and Kinsey White. We have Grand and Reserve breed banners. The breed banners this year are sponsored by TP Show Lambs. Noah Broadus, please be headed to the show ring with your Duroc. We will take We will do all swine backdrop pictures after showmanship.
Good morning, everyone. I'm excited to be here again today with you guys, sort some good stock with some good kids. The first pair of gilts we have out here, I like quite a bit, and I'm going to go ahead and use the young lady in green to start. I think that gilt just comes with more natural rib shape and dimension. You get behind her, and she's wider in her chest, more cracked open in her rib cage, and then just equally flexible on the move. I think that's a nice place to start. The gilt in 2 is also very high quality. I think she's long and extended, a little bit taller bladed. I just like to open her up at the base of her rib cage, soften her up a little bit. A nice pair to start. Go ahead and give a round of applause to both of these young ladies.
Your champion registered Burke is Kinsey White and Reserve Addison Walker. Class 1 hamps need to be headed to the show ring. We have a single entry registered Duroc gilt shown by Noah Broadus.
Nice single entry here in our Duroc division, and I like this one quite a bit. I've always kind of had a soft place for Durocs. But I like this one off either end. I think she's wide coming and she's wide going. She's bold and opened up in her rib cage, and then she's plenty flexible. If I could change her, I think I'd soften her up in that back pastern and just make her plant a little bit more comfortable in motion. But this young man does a nice job with this skill. Go ahead and give him a round of applause.
Your champion Duroc gilt is exhibited by Noah Broadus. We do have 2 classes of registered hamp gilts. In class 1, we have Tayton Cadell and Davis Cobb. We'd like to encourage everyone to come back tomorrow at 1. I think it's at 1. For our awards. You might be here at 12:30. I'm not sure what time it is. For our awards, the kids will be presented with their buckles and banners, and following that we will have our premium auction, and we invite you to stick around for that. If you're not able to bid on and purchase an animal on your own, we do encourage you, if you'd like to contribute, to get with Kim Miser. She's raising her hand over here. She manages the Cimarron County Youth Supporters Fund, and it's a great way for folks to be able to contribute and help out these kids. Cimarron County Youth Supporters purchases a number of animals every year at the premium auction.
Y'all turned up the heat real quick. This is a really nice class of Hampshire gilts, and I'm going to go ahead and use the young man in the FFA shirt to start. I know today that's the smaller gilt, but I think the quality of this gilt is really, really high. You get off her from the side, she's so extended ahead of her blade, and then she's wide and opened up in her rib cage, runs a fresh shape down her back, and is just really comfortable in motion, and that's because that is really sound-made livestock. Now, there's nothing to take away from the Yellow 2. She's a little bit taller, a little bit earlier maturing, and I think that's fine. But if I could fix her, I'd like to soften her up in her pasterns and lengthen her out of her hip, because I think consequently that makes her just a little bit more uncomfortable in motion, but I still think that's a really nice long extended gilt. Congratulations. Go ahead and put your hands together.
Class 1, first, Davis Cobb. Second, Tayton Cadell. Class 2, we have a single entry, Davis Cobb.
Another nice single entry, and I know how these purebred pigs get kind of frustrated quicker than others, but I think this young man brings me another nice gilt. She's more of a moderate, soft, productive kind of pig, and that's okay because she's still wide on either end. I just like to extend her ahead of her blade, strengthen her up in her spine there, and level her out of her hip. But I think that's a really nice place and a really nice project. Congratulations.
Class 2 winner is Davis Cobb. We will bring Davis's first place gilt in out of Class 1 for our Hamp champion.
Nice set of pigs this young man brings me out in our Hamp Drive, but I think it's a pretty easy choice for me. In class, I just felt like the gilt out of your first class just comes with some higher quality pieces. I think that's a hybrid pig. She's going to be your champion. His other is going to be your reserve. Congratulations.
Registered Hamp Gilt Champion, Davis Cobb, and Reserve, Davis Cobb. We have a single entry registered spot gilt exhibited by Hunter Schwint. But we're going to give Hunter a minute to get out of the ring and get back in the ring. No rush. I thought Hunter might want to take a breath, but evidently not. So we've got Hunter with our single entry registered spot.
The single entry in our spot division. This man brings us a nice spot, and I applaud him because I know how hard it is to tan pigs in the summer, but to get them this dark skinned in the winter is, I'd imagine, an even bigger challenge. So I appreciate that. But get this gilt out here, and she's soft and productive, square made. If I could fix her, I'd probably square up those front 2 feet. A high percentage of livestock actually pigeon in, and that's okay. It still works. But if I'm getting ultra piggy, that's what I do. I'd also stouten her up on her hind foot, but I think that's a very nice gilt. Put your hands together for this young man.
Champion registered spot gilt is exhibited by Hunter Schwint. We have a single entry registered York gilt exhibited by Jace Fowler.
Nice single entry in the Yorkshire gilts, and I like this one quite a bit from the side and from behind. Get off the side of her, and she's way extended and tall up front. I like that a lot. Then she's wide-chested, bold in her center. If I could lengthen and level her out of her hip, I think that would help her take a longer and more comfortable stride off those hind 2, but I think this gilt is a really fresh, nice place to start. Congratulations.
Champion York gilt is exhibited by Jace Fowler. We have 5 classes of commercial gilts. Class 1, please be headed up this way. Class 1 commercial gilts, we have Sam Bass, Kelsey Broadus, and Presley Johnson. Class 2 and 3, please be headed to the show ring if you're not already in the alley. We have Class 1 commercial gilts in the show ring at this time. And they are excited to be here.
You know, nothing against the purebred gilts, because you guys brought me some really nice purebred gilts, but the crossbreds are my jam. That's what I showed, and I like them a lot. The one I'm going to go ahead and use to start is going to be this young lady here in green, and I think this one wins pretty handily, because I like wide-made, muscular livestock that's still sound, and I appreciate that a lot. Because this one is wide-chested, has a massive upper hip, and is still huge underneath, and then she's still pretty consistent in her underline quality, and I think that's a huge plus. Young lady does a nice job getting this one shown. Congratulations. I'm going to go ahead and use the young lady in blue here in second. I think this bottom pair of pigs is very similar, but get behind him, and I think this one's just a little bit wider and more opened up in a rib cage. Stouter at the ground and bigger out of her upper hip, and I think that's going to help you when they're in the crate. Now, nothing to take away from this pretty black pig, because get off the side of her and she might be the most attractive. She's long and extended up front. She's a little soft on those front feet, but that's okay. She's level in her lines, square out of her hip. Today, she just gives up a little bit of that extra rib-shaping performance of the two ahead of her. But go ahead and give these exhibitors a round of applause. They did a very nice job.
Class 1 commercial gilts. First, Presley Johnson. Second, Kelsey Broadus. Third, Sam Bass. We're going to let Kelsey take a breath. We have a single entry for Class 2, exhibited by Kelsey Broadus.
Another nice gilt this young lady brings me, and I bet when you were picking this one out as a baby, she was stout, she was shaggy, and she had big legs, and those are all big things in the pig industry right now. I wish she wasn't so tender on her front feet, and today she's kind of wanting to stop and smell the roses, and that's okay. But I think it makes her a little bit more tender and makes her want to get up in her spine when she's walking around. I wish she'd just pick her head up and walk, because I think that one actually has a really attractive profile. If I could fix her, though, I'd just square up on those front feet, maybe take a little bit of that extra set out of her hind leg. But the young lady does a nice job. Go ahead and put your hands together.
Class 2 winner, Kelsey Broadus. Class 3, we have another single entry, Jace Fowler.
Another nice single entry, and I love the front 2/3 of this pig because she is tall-shouldered, she's extended ahead of her blade, and you can tell this young man's put in a lot of work at home because she drove right in this ring strutting her stuff, and it's fun to show pigs that are good like that. I think where her problem starts is I don't know that the way her spine sits above her blade is totally comfortable for her, and then she gets tight in her ham-loin junction and is a little bit straighter in her hock. So consequently, she isn't wanting to be as flexible in her rear tube, and she's kind of wanting to push them, but that's okay because I still think that is an extremely high-quality, good, productive gilt. Can't wait to get these back out here in the Grand Drive. Go ahead and put your hands together. Congratulations.
Class 3 winner, Jace Fowler. We're going to let Jace take a breath before we bring Class 4 in. Class 4 commercial gilts. We have Hunter Schwint and Jace Fowler.
really high quality, nice pair of gilts here, and if you want to argue a switch, I wouldn't argue because I think there's definitely trade-offs, and I wish I could put pieces of the other one on the other one. I'm going to go ahead and use the young man in green here because I think this gilt is the wider chested gilt that's more pulled apart in her chest, comes wider out of her blade, and runs a fresher shape down her back. Now, I wish I could put the chromed up gilt hind leg on her because I think she gets a little bit stilty on that hind leg and just doesn't want to reach and drive as strong as I wish she would, but I still think that the upside of that gilt is really, really good. Now, that's nothing to take away from the gilt into because she's also tall and extended up front. I love her color and I love her belt. I just wish that she was a little bit more opened up there behind her blade, and I wish that she was stouter at the ground. But that is a very nice pair of gilts. Congratulations to these two young men.
Class 4, first, Hunter Schwint. Second, Jace Fowler. In Class 5, we have a single entry, Gunnar Dadisman.
Young man does a very good job showing this gilt, and I like her a lot. She's very high presented, dark colored, and I like that. But get to studying her. When she gets her head up, I actually really like her ahead of her blade. She's clean and extended and stout. When she wants to put her nose in the dirt, she just kind of wants to get up in her spine, but I think that's just her being nosy. And then get off of her. She's soft and productive in that center and big at the ground. Go ahead and give this young man a round of applause. He did an awesome job.
Your Class 5 winner is Gunnar Dadisman. We will bring in first out of each class for our grand commercial gilt. From Class 1, we're going to leave Gunnar in here from Class 5. We'll bring in Presley Johnson from Class 1. From Class 2, Kelsey Broadus. From Class 3, one of our senior showmen this year, Jace Fowler. And from Class 4, Hunter Schwint. We will be placing the top 5 commercial gilts to use when it comes to our grand drive. Again, our breed champion and reserve breed champion banners are sponsored this year by TP Show Lambs.
I think we've got a great commercial grand gilt drive out here, and if I was to walk up to a judging class and 4 of these 5 were in there, I would be scared, because I think a committee could go several different ways. It's going to come down to personal preference and what one guy likes over another. Now, there's 2 in here that hit me pretty hard, and I think they have their differences. But, young man, I'm going to go ahead and use you as my champion commercial gilt today.
Your champion commercial gilt is exhibited by Hunter Schwint and reserved by Presley Johnson. We will bring in Kelsey Broadus' 2nd place out of Class 1 and Jace Fowler's 2nd place out of Class 4.
I think it gets a little bit closer for 3, 4, and 5, and I've always been coached to stay fundamental, and these next 2 I'm pretty comfortable won't have problems long term. Young man over here, you're going to be 3rd, and young man in the green, you're going to be 4th.
Third overall is Jace Fowler. 4th, Gunnar Dadisman. Fifth overall, Jace Fowler. Okay, we'll take just a minute for all these kids to get organized, and we will move into our grand drive. For our grand drive, we will be bringing back in each of the purebred gilt breed champions, and then the grand commercial gilt as well. This year, our grand champion banners are sponsored by Cimarron Feeders. The grand champion in each species receives a belt buckle and a clipper bag. The grand gilt buckle and clipper bag is sponsored by Nutrien Ag. Our reserve champion banners are sponsored by Davis Livestock, and our reserve champion buckle for gilts is sponsored by Down and Dirty Ditching. We do have a list of our sponsors over on the west wall on the big bright pink sheets. Feel free to take a look at those and express your support to all of our sponsors. All right, looks like we're ready to get started. We're bringing back in our champion registered Burke, exhibited by Kinsey White. Champion registered Duroc, exhibited by Noah Broadus. Champion registered Hamp, exhibited by Davis Cobb. Champion registered Spot, exhibited by Hunter Schwint. And champion registered York, exhibited by Jace Fowler. Our champion commercial gilt is coming in now, exhibited by Hunter Schwint.
Go ahead and put your hands together for this group of exhibitors. I'm a pig kid myself, so I know the time and effort it takes getting these things ready, and I think you guys have done an incredible job with the feed bucket at home, because these things are dialed in, they look good, they're fresh. I don't think there's a single one in here that's just out of bounds in terms of condition, and that's a big deal. So I commend you guys for that, because that's a huge thing. I also can tell how much time you guys have put in at home with the whip, because these things listen really, really well, and that's another hard thing to do. So good job with that. There's a pair of them in here that I'd be excited to drive. I think they have big time pieces and huge breeding potential if that's what you guys are going to do with them. I kind of gave a spill yesterday about how I'm not afraid to use good little livestock. And if that doesn't give me away, this young man's going to be your champion with your champion hand.
Grand Champion Gilt is exhibited by Davis Cobb. We will bring in the Reserve Hamp, also exhibited by Davis Cobb.
For 2 and 3, I think there's a pair of them that are pretty similar. They're both stout, wide-made, and dense. For me, it just comes down to the crossbred gilt for your reserve, and then your York gilt for third.
Your Reserve Champion Gilt is exhibited by Hunter Schwint. Third overall by Jace Fowler. We're bringing in Presley Johnson's Commercial Gilt.
I think we've got another nice pair in 4 and 5. Young lady with the cross is going to be 4. Young man with the hamp is going to be 5. Not going to lie, I never dreamed of using 2 hamps, but congratulations, young man.
Fourth overall gilt, Presley Johnson. Fifth, Davis Cobb. All right, we will take a 20-minute break before the barrow show begins. So we will start our barrow show at 11:15. We will do all pictures after showmanship. All backdrop pictures after showmanship.
still a stamp of loneliness, sharp and painful that I may never share. You might say that I was taking it hard, since you went me off with a car. But don't you wish that I'll hide in sorrow when I made the right kind of handball. She's on and here comes pride in the backstretch. Heartache going to the inside. My tears are holding back there. I'm trying not to fall. My heart's out of the running to the scratch for another save. Race is on and it looks like heartache, and the winner loses all. Never once suspecting what the final result would be. How I lived in fear of waking up each morning, finding that you're gone from me. Taking pain in my heart for the day was the one I hated to face. Somebody new came up the river, and I came out in second place. Races on and here comes pride in the backstretch. Heartaches going to the inside. My tears are holding back there. I'm trying not to fall. My heart's out of the running, true love scratch for another sake. She's on and it looks like heartaches, and the winner loses all. Here comes pride in the backstretch. Heartaches are going to the inside. My tears are holding back there. I'm trying not to fall. My heart's out of the running to the scratch for another sake. Races on and it looks like heartaches, and the winner loses all. The winner loses all.
There's always been groups of people that never could see eye to eye. And I always thought if they ever had a chance to sit down and talk face to face, they might realize they had a lot in common. Well, I was sitting in a coffee shop, just having a cup to pass the time, swapping rodeo stories with this old cowboy friend of mine, when some motorcycle riders started snickering in the back. They started poking fun at my friend's hat. And one old boy said, "Hey Tex, where'd you park your horse?" My friend just pulled his hat down low, but they couldn't do it more. One husky fella said, "I'm gonna rip that hat right off your head." That's when my friend turned around, and this is what he said. "You ride a black tornado across the western sky, rolling on blue norther and milk it till it's dry. Road dog to Mississippi, fences down flat. Long before you take this cowboy's hat." Now, partner, this old hat's better left alone. See, it used to be my daddy's, but last year he passed on. My nephew skinned the rattler that makes up this old hat band. But back in '69 he died in Vietnam. Now the eagle feather was given to me by an Indian friend of mine. But someone ran him down somewhere around that Arizona line. And a real special lady gave him his hat pin. I don't know if I'll ever see her again. You ride a black tornado cowboy's hat. Now if your leather jacket means to you what this hat means to me, then I guess we understand each other and we'll just let it be. But if you still think it's funny, man, you got my back up against the wall. And if you touch my hat, you're gonna have to fight us all. Well, right then I caught a little sadness in that grim leader's eyes. And he turned back to the others and they all just kind of shuffled on outside. But when my friend turned back towards me, I noticed his old hat brim, well, it was turned up and a big old Texas blue. You ride a black tornado across the western sky, broken on blue northern, and we'll get till it's dry. Go down the Mississippi and chase us down flat, long before you take this cowboy's hat.
Everything changes, baby. Ain't nothing in this whole wide world ever stays the same. Your future plans were nothing but sunny days, and now you're standing out in the pouring rain. How could anyone pick up your heart just to watch it fall? The lighthouse that stood on the heavens blue, I don't shine no light at all.
Somebody, oh, okay. She said, I think so. Oh, okay.
And I know he
FFA alumni decided to do something a little different. We're sponsoring an adult showmanship contest. Yesterday afternoon we did sheep and goats, and it was a lot of fun. The way this works is you can nominate anyone you want. I won't tell them who nominated them. It costs $10 to enter someone. If you are entered and you don't want to show, you can buy out for $20, but you can be re-entered. If you're entered and you want to buy out and not be re-entered, it is $100. Let me just remind you, this is a fundraiser for our kids. The FFA alumni uses all of the funds that we raise to support the activities of the Boise City FFA chapter. So far for our swine showmanship today, we have Brent Trantham, Chris Whitley, Kiara Ortega, Paul Trantham, Cora Twombly, Melissa Moore, and Misty Dabian. We also have Jana Fowler, Minor Imler, Renee Imler, and Ray Henshaw. Leslie Cobb and Nathan Johnson, you've been entered. All right, we're going to get started with our barrow show in about 4 minutes. If our first class would start heading this way. Bronk Embry, you have been entered to show a pig. Jesse Shannon, you've been entered to show a pig. Samantha Sewell, you've been entered to show a pig. It wasn't me.
Saturday, cut the grass if it don't rain.
Shelby Schwint, you've been entered to show a pig.
He'll stand up when he hears the anthem, and that won't ever change. He's still a soldier. His blood runs red, white, and blue. He put away his gun and boots, but he still believes the American dream. His last breath will always be a soldier. He's still a soldier. He's on a scout for the Louisiana.
Tasha Manus, you've been entered to show a pig.
Falls, there's a part of him that does too. If they come and lead him back, oh, he'd be on that plane. He's still a soldier. His blood runs red, white, and blue. He put away his gun and boots, but he still believes the American dream. His last breath will always be a soldier. He don't wake up anymore. He hears thunder. If he lives to be 100, he'll still be a soldier. He's still a soldier.
All right, I think we're ready to get started with our barrow show. By the way, Todd Hawkins and Tyler Manus, you've also been entered in our showmanship contest. We are starting with Class 1 Burks, Presley Johnson. This is a single Burke entry.
Nice single entry in the Burks to start out our market hog show, and this is a nice place to start because I think this is a wide-made pig off the either end. He's soft and productive and so deep-sided. Sure, I'd like to stouten him up in his skull, but that's a purebred barrow, so that's okay. Go ahead and put your hands together for this young lady. Nice job.
Your champion Burke is exhibited by Presley Johnson. We have all right, so we have 3 Duroc barrows. Class 1 is Andrew Butt, Class 2 is Hunter Schwint, and Class 3 is Trip Johnson. We will bring them all in and do the Duroc drive. Our breed champion and breed reserve champion banners this year are sponsored by TP Show Lambs. Our photographer this year is Chandler Trantham, the operator of CB Photography. Following the show, she will send us all edited and completed photos. They will be uploaded to both the 4-H and FFA GroupMe's. We're very fortunate to have Chandler here taking photos for us. Let's give her a round of applause.
We've got a nice set of pigs here in our Duroc drive, and I'll go ahead and talk them class by class and then talk your champion in reserve. But a young man who would be in class 1 does a really nice job getting this pig shown. I helped him give him a little bit more of a pop so he'd listen, and he's doing a good job getting him around the ring. But that's a moderate bear that's real soft-bodied and square-made. I'd like to pick him up on those pasterns and extend him ahead of his blade, but I still think that's a really nice place to start for our first class. Now, the young man here in the green shirt has the wide power bear on here, and that one is wide off either end. He's extremely wide-chested and massive in his forearm. Then you get over top of him, and I think he's got the biggest cage and the most product. He's got a nice groove down his back, and he gets around the ring rather comfortable. The length and extension comes in the bear with the young man in the plaid shirt. This one's way extended up front, stronger in his spine, comes square and level out of his hip. I just like to strengthen him in his ham loin, because I think that'd help him take a little bit of a longer stride and be a little bit more comfortable out of that hip. I'm going to go ahead and use the man in green right here as your champion, Duroc, the young man right here for reserve. Congratulations.
Your champion Duroc is exhibited by Hunter Schwint and reserved by Tripp Johnson. We're going to move on to our hamps. Class 1 is Jace Fowler and Braxton Butt. And I think we need to give our ribbon girl a round of applause. Miss Hazen Davis is doing a fabulous job.
In a bad position here.
We have Class 1 hamps in the ring now. Class 2 and Class 3, please be ready.
Nice pair of hamp bears here, and for me, I think there's just sheer muscle quality and freshness that sorts it for me, and I'm going to go ahead and use this young man in blue, because not only is that the higher presented bear that's so much denser haired and fresher in his coat, but he comes so much wider chested. He runs a fresher groove over down the edge of his back, and is just so much crisper and more balanced from the side. Now, nothing to take away from this young man in second, because that's a nice long and extended barrow, and I wish you had a little bit more control of him, because I think if you could get his head up and get him to drive and work with you, he actually would be very nice to look at from the side. Today, I'd just like to freshen him up in his shape and pick him up on his pasterns, but you do a very nice job. Go ahead and put your hands together.
Class 1 first, Jace Fowler, second, Braxton Butt. In Class 2, we have a single entry, Trip Johnson.
Young man brings in another nice single entry, and I like this pig a lot. I wish he had a little bit darker skin, but that's just personal preference. But I think that would make him look a little bit more burly and stout. But get out front of this one, and he's got a stout skull and wide chest on him. He's long and extended ahead of his blade and then extremely level in his spine. I just like to lengthen and level him out of that hip and stouten him up at the ground. But I think that's a very highly presented barrow, and the young man does a nice job showing him. Put your hands together. Congratulations.
Your Class 2 winner is Trip Johnson. In Class 3, we have another single entry, Gunnar Dadisman.
Another nice single entry, and the young man brings me another nice, really highly presented barrow that's got real dark skin, dense hair, and he's dense made, and I really like that about him. When he actually gets his head up and wants to relax his spine, I like that barrow a lot from the profile. He's long and extended, and he's got good shape up high. I just like to pick him up in that tail root, and I think that would level him out in his top and make him that much more impressive. But go ahead and put your hands together. Young man does a very nice job. Congratulations.
Your Class 3 winner is Gunnar Dadisman. We will bring back in our other class winners for our Hamp Drive. We'll just leave Gunnar from Class 3 out in the ring. We'll bring back in Jace Fowler from Class 1. And Trip Johnson from Class 2. We have our hamp drive in the ring now. Spots, please be ready.
Nice drive of hamps out here, and not sure about your hamps in Oklahoma because they've got a lot of white, but it might kind of be like Showsteers in Texas. But very nice drive, and there's lots of quality. I honestly think that shape alone, back shape alone sorts it, but then that goes right along with skill and quality. I'm going to go ahead and use the young man out of Class 1 as your champion. Class 2 will be your reserve, and Class 3 will be your third overall. Congratulations.
Champion hamp is exhibited by Jace Fowler and reserved by Trip Johnson. In our spot division, we have 2 single entry classes, so we will bring them both in the ring together. Class 1 is Jara Ogston and Class 2 is Kelsey Broadus. So this will be your spot drive. Joni Bagwell, Judy Broadus, and Sierra Arthod, you have been entered in the adult swine showmanship.
Nice pair of spots here in our spot drive, and I think there's quite a bit of quality in both of them. I'll go ahead and talk them. I think the young lady in the blue has the lighter weight bearer, but I could be wrong. This is the one that has a little bit more white. He's a little bit taller, bladed, a little bit longer and more extended. If I could fix this Barra, I'd want to give him a little bit of extra set to that hind leg because he wants to get a little bit stilty off those rear two. I'd like to widen him up high and underneath. Now the Barra out of the other classes got a little bit more black, just comes a little bit stouter and denser featured. He's wider chested and wider from behind. Then you get over top of him, he's wider backed, quite a bit bolder in his rib shape and softer underneath. Young lady in the green, you'll be my champion spot. Young lady in the blue, you'll be reserved. Congratulations.
Champion spot is exhibited by Jara Ogston, reserve Kelsey Broaddus. In our York division, we have 2 single entry classes, and we'll bring them in together for the York Drive. Class 1 is Davis Cobb, and Class 2 is Jace Fowler.
Very high quality pair of pigs here in our York Drive, and they're very different in their type and kind. I'm going to go ahead and talk them one by one. I'll go ahead and start with this young man's here. That one's longer, more extended, a little bit. I think he's a little bit more comfortable in the angle of his blade because it allows him to get his head up a little bit easier. But then you take him down to the ground, and he isn't quite as stout or dense. Also, I feel you, young man, because there's white pigs, it's hard to keep their skin perfect, and it looks like he's been itching just a little bit, and that's okay. Now, this other pig over here is the stout, dense, burly made one, and that's kind of more of my kind, and it's definitely a trend in the pig industry right now, but this one is square made off either end. You get over top of him, and he's so bold and massive in his ribcage that it just runs a smooth ditch down his back, and then you get to him at the surface, and that thing has huge legs. I like that bear quite a bit. He's going to be your champion, York. Young man, you'll be reserve.
Champion York is exhibited by Davis Cobb and reserve by Jace Fowler. All right, we're going to go into our commercial barrows. Class 1 is Addison Walker.
We start off our crossbreds with a nice single entry, and I like this pig quite a bit from the side because he has that density and feature, but he's level in his spine, big, massive, and square out of his hip, and he handles it well in motion. I wish he wanted to cooperate with you and pick his head up a touch more, but I think that's a very nice place to start in our crossbreds. Congratulations on the nice project.
Your Class 1 winner is Addison Walker. In Class 2, we have Davis Cobb and Peyton Whitley.
When I got up and got dressed this morning, I put this jacket on and I found some Twizzlers in my pocket, and I thought, dang, it's going to be a good day, and I got really excited. Now this bear right here makes me that kind of excited because I think he does a lot of things right. That is a wide-chested, big forearm bear that's so wide and square out of his back and big out of his upper hip that it is so dang impressive. You know, at times he wants to get outside of himself, and that's probably because he is so wide-made, because you start making livestock that big and wide, and you have to give up a few structural things. But I think that is a very nice, very young man. You do an awesome job showing him. Great place to start. Now the 1 and 2 is one that definitely stays a little bit more inside of himself and does that very well. I just wish that he was more cracked open in his chest. I wish when you got behind him, he was a little bit softer and more productive and a little bit stouter out of his hip. You could definitely extend him up front and lengthen and level him out of his hip to make him more comfortable. But young man, that's a very highly presented bear. Like all of them you've brought to me, you've done a very nice job. Congratulations.
Class 2 crossbred barrows. First, Peyton Whitley. Second, Davis Cobb. We're ready for Class 3. In Class 3, we have Brennan Butt, Jace Fowler, and Hunter Schwint. We've had a couple more entries for our adult showmanship contest. Billy Miser and Kelly Embry. Coach G, it's a good thing you have to leave to go play basketball, or you would be showing a pig.
Man, these two came out here, and it makes me really excited because that is really high quality livestock, and you have to start getting real nitpicky when you're picking them apart to decide which one you want to use. I think that both of them are wide-chested and wide-made. I think there's just one of them that comes out here and moves with a little bit more flexibility, is a little bit wider down his top and a little bit softer-sided, and because of that, it's an easier place for me to start. I'm going to go ahead and use this blue butt bear to start, and this belted one's going to be second. And where it gets close for me is this bear is extremely ripped up in his back, and I think that's really impressive, but I also think he gets a little bit tighter in his forerib. His markings make him look a little bit harder bodied, and then you get behind him, he doesn't just want to plant and drive with as much flexibility. He isn't quite as stout at the ground, but that's a very nice top pair. Both of you do a very nice job. Now, there's nothing to take away from this bear on third, because you've spent a lot of time with this pig, and I love the skin and hair care that you've done to him. He just comes a little bit shorter face and shorter jowled, and that doesn't make him look as extended up front. I'd like to open him up off either end, but that is a very flexible pig. Young man, you do a very nice job with him. Congratulations. Put your hands together for a very nice class.
Class 3, first, Jace Fowler. Second, Hunter Schwint. Third, Brennan Butt. Class 4 is a single entry, Gunnar Dadisman.
This young man does a nice job once again, and I asked him, I said, "This isn't your first rodeo, is it, Gunnar?" And he said, "Nope," and he definitely knows his way around this ring and does a very good job. I also like this bear that he brings me, and he might have the favorite skull I've seen all day because he's so dense and wide between his eyes, and they're refined about his jowl, and I really, really like that. This pig's kind of hard to put a hole in because he's so complete everywhere. He's good-bodied and square off either end. I just like to freshen him up and his shape up high, but that's getting awful picky. You do a very nice job, young man. Go ahead and put your hands together. Congratulations.
Your Class 4 winner is Gunnar Dadisman. All right, we're going to do our crossbred drive now. We'll leave Gunnar and his Class 4 winner out in the ring. We'll bring back in our other class winners. From Class 1, we have Addison Walker. From Class 2, Peyton Whitley. From Class 3, Jace Fowler. We'll place 5 of our crossbred barrows. The Grand Champion Barrow buckle and clipper bag is sponsored by Flying W Aviation. The Reserve Champion buckle is sponsored by Alliance Irrigation. Our Grand Champion banners are sponsored by Cimarron Feeders, and Reserve Champion banners are sponsored by Davis Livestock. Following our crossbred drive, we will go directly into our grand drive. We will bring back in our breed champions and be placing the top 5 overall.
Man, go ahead and put your hands together for this crossbred champion drive. I think the quality is extremely high, and these exhibitors have done an extremely good job getting these pigs fed and presented out here. And there's a pair of them that I like quite a bit, and I'm kind of sad that I have to choose because I think they both have different strengths and different weaknesses. But I'm happy they're out here. I think one of them's just a little bit shorter back, stouter made, and wider at the surface. And I'm going to go ahead and use that one. So, young man, you're going to be my champion. Young man with the blue butt, you're going to be my reserve.
Your champion cross is exhibited by Peyton Whitley, and reserve Jace Fowler. We'll bring in Davis Cobb's Class 2 and Hunter Schwint's Class 3.
For 3 and 4, I think there's a pair of them that just follow suit in terms of width, just density and muscle shape. Young man here in the green, you're going to be my 3rd. Young lady over there with the lightweight, you're going to be 4th.
Hunter Schwint is third, and Addison Walker is fourth. We will bring in, no, never mind.
It's close for fifth, but I'm going to go ahead and use this young man right here because I think that bear is just a little bit fresher in his shape up high and a little bit bolder in his rib cage. So go ahead and put your hands together for the Zibber's doing a very nice job. Congratulations.
Fifth overall crossbred barrow is exhibited by Davis Cobb. All right, we'll take just a minute here to get ready and we'll go into our grand drive. All right, for our grand drive, we're going to be bringing our breed champions back in the show ring. Our champion Burke is exhibited by Presley Johnson. Our champion Duroc is exhibited by Hunter Schwint. Our champion Hamp is exhibited by Jace Fowler. Champion Spot is exhibited by Jara Oxton. Champion York, exhibited by Davis Cobb. And Champion Crossbred, exhibited by Peyton Whitley. Our grand champion buckle and clipper bag is sponsored by Flying W Aviation, and the reserve champion buckle is sponsored by Alliance Irrigation. Our grand champion banners this year for all species are sponsored by Cimarron Feeders, and reserve champion banners for all species sponsored by Davis Livestock. Following the grand drive, we will give the kids a little bit of time to kind of reset and get their showmanship animals up and ready. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but we have a lot of pigs and not a lot of showmen. So we have kids showing quite a few animals. We will start our showmanship with juniors, which is 6th grade and below, then intermediates, 7th through 9th grade, and finish with our senior showmen, 10th through 12th grade. Our 3 winners will compete for an overall showman.
You guys can go ahead and give the pigs a little break. Go ahead and put your hands together for an awesome champion market hog drive. There's a lot of quality out here, and I can tell you these kids have worked really hard because these pigs look awesome. They did an awesome job picking them out. They did an awesome job feeding them, and they've done an awesome job getting them presented. So congratulations to all of you guys. I'm not big on speeches, but I just wanted to remind you guys really quick to always be kind, keep working hard, and thank the people who invested in you because your fair board has put on an awesome show. So go ahead and give them a round of applause. There's a few of them out here that get me pretty excited, but when I saw your champion, it was kind of like finding $20 in your pocket. I got real excited. I think there's a lot of quality there. You guys can go ahead and pull those pigs out of the corner, and I will go ahead and select a champion.
Your champion cross is exhibited by Peyton Whitley. We will bring in Jace Fowler's reserve cross. I'm so sorry. That was your grand champion barrow. He happened to be the champion cross. Reserve champion is exhibited by Davis Cobb. We'll bring in Jace's York. top 5 will be placed for sale order. Third overall is Jace Fowler's Crossbred. We will bring in Hunter Schwint's third place cross. Fourth overall is Jace Fowler and his Hamp. We need Trick Johnson's reserve Hamp. Fifth overall is Presley Johnson's Burke. Let's give all of our swine exhibitors a round of applause. Okay. We're going to give our kids a minute to get the animals they want to use for showmanship and get organized. We will start with our junior showmanship, which is grades 6 and under. Mr. Whitley? No. He won it. It's his. We will take all backdrop pictures following our overall showmanship. And our adult showmanship will take place after the cattle show this afternoon. So far for our adult showmanship, we have Brent Trantham, Chris Whitley, Kiara Ortega, Paul Trantham, Cora Twombly, Melissa Moore, Misty Davian, Jana Fowler, Minor Imler, Todd Hawkins, Renee Imler, Ray Henshaw, Leslie Cobb, Nathan Johnson, Bronk Embry, Jess Shannon, Samantha Sewell, Shelby Swint, Tasha Manus, Tyler Manus, Joni Bagwell, Judy Broaddus, Sierra Arthod, Billy Miser, Kelly Embry, and Cabe Embry. And JC Sumter. Still lots of time to enter more people. Ben Barnes, you're in two. Okay, are we about ready for our juniors? If you want to do junior showmanship and you are not here yet, you need to get headed this way. Grades 6 and under, junior showmanship. All right. Is this it? All right, we're ready to get started with our junior showmanship contest. And I think these boys are all significantly under the 6th grade.
I know, that's why can we go too? Hey.
Intermediate showman, grades 7 through 9, you need to be headed to the show ring. Intermediate showman, grades 7 through 9, you need to be headed to the show ring. Our junior showmanship buckle is sponsored by the First State Bank of Boise City. And all of our showmanship banners are sponsored by Cash, Kennedy, and Court Davian.
Go ahead and put your hands together for these junior swine exhibitors. They do an awesome job, and the intensity is real. I went and talked to each of them, asked them a question, asked them what their pig was eating. They all knew. They all told me, and then I went and talked to each of them and gave them something to work on for next year because they're really young and they've got a lot of time left in the ring. But I'm going to go ahead and use this young man over here as your champion. His intensity is really good. He's always on the right side of that pig, and he's always on his head. And for me, he just gets him presented the very best. I get the best views from him, and he does a really nice job. The young man here with this Duroc Barra is going to be second. He does the next best job of just getting that pig driven for me. They're getting tired and they're wanting to ride the fence, and that's okay. Pigs just do that. But he gets that pig's head up and he gets him working, and I like that a lot. Young man over here also does a really nice job, and this morning I said he came in the ring and was doing a good job. And I gave him something to work on, and I said, you can pop that pig a little bit harder and he'll start listening to you. So that's our goal for next year. Congratulations, you guys did an awesome job. Keep working.
Your champion junior swine showman is Peyton Whitley, and reserve is Trip Johnson. We should have all intermediate showmen ready to get started. If you're an intermediate showman and you want to do showmanship, you need to be at the show ring. We're going to bring our intermediate showmen into the ring now. This is a bigger group. These are 7th through 9th graders. Wes Woolman, you've been entered in the adult showmanship. We have our intermediate showman in the ring now. Senior showman, you need to be ready. Following senior showmanship, we will have an overall showman contest of our 3 winners. And if our showmanship winners are willing to be here this evening, we would like very much for them to be our judges for the adult showmanship contest. The intermediate showmanship buckle is sponsored by AIM Agency. And our showmanship banners are sponsored by Cash Kennedy and Court Davian.
Go ahead and give these exhibitors a round of applause. They did an awesome job. I went ahead and asked them what they changed about their animal, because when you're showing something, I think it's important to be able to show the flaws out of that one or hide them to the best of your ability. And they each gave me a pretty good answer. And if I didn't totally agree, I told them what I thought and gave them a little bit of advice. But whenever you're in a little bit of a bigger class like this and you get to bigger shows, first impression is huge. And for me, I want your dead eye contact as soon as you come out of that gate and you have that pig driving. There's one showman in here that did an incredible job with that, and he's going to be your champion. Other things that are important to me is getting that pig driven, getting him presented, and always giving me the best view of him, but also always knowing where I am, having eye contact with me, and not getting frustrated with that barra. Young lady over here is going to be your reserve. He's given her a little bit of a fit, but she did the next best job at that. Everyone else, I encourage you to go home. I gave one young person some advice, and I said, how often are you walking your pigs at home? And she told me, and I said, if I understand that we're all busy, but if you can walk them about once a day, by the time you get here, they're really going to cooperate and work with you. So I want that to be a goal for each of you guys, is to work with those pigs daily and get them driving at a young age, and it'll be a lot easier. But you guys do an incredible job. Keep working. Congratulations.
Your champion intermediate showman is Rocky Davis Cobb, and reserve is Presley Johnson. Okay, we have our senior showman coming into the ring now. Our senior showmanship buckle is sponsored by Farmers Agency.
Go ahead and put your hands together for these young men. They both do an awesome job. Young man over here, you do an awesome job at keeping your calm, keeping your cool, and keeping that pig moving, and I love that. I love that you're out here showing pigs. I think that is absolutely awesome. Young man right here, you do an awesome job at getting that pig's head up. You also are calm, cool, and collected, and you stay on her, and you keep your eye contact well. Young man, you're going to be my champion, and you're going to be my reserve. Congratulations, everyone.
Your champion senior showman is Jace Fowler, and reserve is Gunnar Dadisman. Okay, we're going to reset here for our overall swine showman. We'll bring back in our junior, intermediate, and senior winners. The overall swine showman will be given a $100 HF&C gift card donated by HF&C. All right, coming back in, we have our junior champion, Peyton Whitley. our intermediate champion, Rocky Davis Cobb. And our senior champion, Jace Fowler.
I won't drag these out because I know these pigs are tired and these kids are tired, but I want to thank you guys for having me. I had an awesome time sorting pigs today, and the quality was really, really high. For me, I told you guys I like intensity and I like the calm and cool composure. I think all three of these young men are very, very good showmen, and I want you guys to keep working, but today your champion's going to be the intermediate. Congratulations.
Your Supreme Champion Swine Showman is Rocky Davis Cobb. Thank you so much for being here for our swine show. We will take a 1 hour break. Our cattle show will start at 1:35. If you guys want backdrop pictures, now is the time to come and get them. For our adult showmanship, if you have been entered and do not want to show, you can buy your way out. A $20 buyout will allow you to be entered again. A $100 buyout, you will not be entered again.
Came home one day from the grocery store, found his note, and without him there to stop her, she let herself go. Let herself go. That first blind date had the time of her life with some friends at the lake. Let herself go. Buy a brand new car, drove down to the beach he always said was too far, and sure felt good between her toes. She let herself go. Always sang those words to Vegas, one thing's a hallelujah. Let herself go. To New York City, a week at the spa, came back knocked out free. They say he don't love her no more. She let herself go. Came back knocked out.
I was looking at this, but they said that 3,000 probably was tiny.
a lot of memories. So brought to you courtesy of the red, white, and we'll be certain and the battle will rage. This big dog will fight and rattle his cage. We'll be sorry that you miss a day. We'll put a boot in your ass, it's an American way. Hey, Uncle Sam, put your name at the top of his list and a statue of liberty started shaking her fist, and the eagle will fly, and it's gonna be hell when you hear Mother Freedom start ringing her bell, and it'll feel like the whole wide world is raining down on you. Lazy everyone's coming up to the line, shining through the trees. Crickets are singing like these bugs, I'm floating on the breeze. Baby, get ready. Across the field where the creek turns back by the old stone
Jet Gray, come here, please.
I'm gonna take you to a special place that nobody knows. Baby, get ready. In the dark, lying on our backs and counting the stars where the cool grass grows. Down by the river in the cool moonlight, where the party goes. Need a lover not just moving slow. Staying the whole night through, feels so good to be with you. Rain's almost over and the
If you want backdrop pictures with your pigs, you need to get to the show ring now.
it don't matter if you sit forever and the fish don't bite. Jump in the river and cool ourselves from the other night. Baby, get ready.
Is anyone else coming for?
I was just out of the service line through the classifieds when the night got settled shit somehow caught my eye. The lady didn't know that you or even if it rained. I had that $1,000 in my hand. In the corner of this old ranch apple barn, 30 years of history that on the corner. When I pulled her on, took away my breath. What she called her shit was a 66 Corvette. That belt under your guilty as I counted out the bills. What I'd be like when I sat behind the wheel. I opened up the glove box and that's when I found the note. The date was 1966 and this is what he wrote. He said my name is Private Andrew Malone. And if you'll read this, then I'll be heading home. But from the dream that shattered, never what comes true. This car was once a dream of mine, now it belongs to you. Though you may take her and make her your own, always be riding with Private Malone. Well, it didn't take me long at all, I had it all good. I love to hear those horses thunder underneath her hood. I had her shining like a diamond and I put the red top down. All the pretty girls would stop and stare as I drove her through town. The buttons on the radio didn't seem to work quite